Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to design this beautiful three-stone ring. This is a request from one of our subscribers, and this is an easy ring. We're gonna use curves, profiles, stones, belts, claws, and prongs. And you're gonna see that is a simple ring to design. So let's dive in. All right, for this ring, we're gonna use size 7, and the top offset, we're gonna do 5.5. We'll click OK, and you're gonna add the stone. I'm gonna do 1.5 carat, which is 7.4 millimeters, and we're going to do diamond. We'll click OK. So now we're gonna add a belt for that stone. We'll come over here in belts. And for the top belt, I'm gonna do 0.9 because it's a big stone. And let's move here about there. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit there. And let's go now for the bottom belt. For the bottom belt, we're gonna do 1 millimeter, 1.1 to compensate shrinkage and everything else, polishing. You're gonna bring right up to the shank, and we're gonna make a little smaller. We can fix that later if you wanna change. And you're gonna come over here and bend the along you, and we're gonna bend this to follow the shape of the finger, which is about there. Okay, that's good. Everything is good. And I want to be the metal, I want to be white, 14. Click OK. There we go. So now we're going to do the claws. We click the stone, come over here to claws, and you're going to do one single surface, and we're going to use the easy curved. We're going to come over here, bring all the way down. Don't worry about this, we'll cut later. And we're going to do the top 1.2 millimeters round tip. And we're going to create a different bottom section because I wanted this to be a little thinner. So let's do 0.9. And now we're going to move the prong around to get a nice, pleasant shape. I'm going to bring the whole prong a little out because it's too into the stone. So almost there. A little more. I don't want this sticking up too much, but we can fix later. I think it's about it. A little, yeah, it's looking nice. There. And we can go a little lower here, around 1.4. It's good. 1.4, 1.5 to leave enough for the setter. And let's bring just a little bit this out. There we go. Good. We'll click OK. And now we're gonna clean up the prong. Click the prongs, the claws, and come over here on trim to finger size. Click on it, click OK, and clean up for us. So now we're gonna add a side stone. Go to stones. I'm gonna make the side stone 40 points which is 4.8 millimeters. Create. Now you're going to get this stone and bring all the way to the side. Let's angle a little bit and bring a little to the center. Over here, we might need to move the position a little bit, but we need to first put all the shapes and then move them around and see how it's going to be better for the composition. Now click the stone, you're going to do the belt. For the top belt, I want to be 0.8 millimeter because the stone is a little smaller, and we're going to make a little bigger. That's good. The position is good. And now the bottom belt, I'm gonna bring down, and you're gonna make the same thickness of this one, which is 1.1 millimeter. And I think it's good. Let's bring a little bit like that. And we're going to make also go to the finger. Okay, as you see here, it's angled here more than here. So I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna angle my stone a little bit more. And also I wanna bring a little close to the center because I wanna both of the belts touching each other so it gets stronger. Let's see how it looks. I like the top. Okay, over here we're gonna need to bring a little up. A little down. Perfect. All right, so they are touching here. Love it. Now we're going to add the claws on this one. We're going to make one single surface, and for the top we're going to do a smaller stone. Let's do 1.1 millimeter round tip, and you're going to create also a different bottom section. For the bottom section, let's do 0.9. We're going to do easy curved and bring all the way down. Okay, now let's start fixing. I'm gonna bring a little, I think that's enough. I don't wanna too into the stone. And we're going to bring this wrong a little in, about the same that we did here, which is a little over, it's kind of a 3/4 in, a little bit more, there, about 3/4. And we're going to bring this a little bit down and out. I think it's looking good. Can make even a little lower this because it's not a big stone. I think it's good. I like it. Let's click OK. And we're going to clean up this one the same way we did in the center. Click on the belt and claw, and we're going to mirror to the other side. Click this stone, mirror, okay, and you have the center stone. So now we're going to click on here, and you're going to go to sketch and make the shank. Open curve. We're going to start doing our curve. The reason I started the curve over here, it's because I want my shape, my profile, be under this belt. You're gonna understand when I run it. So I'm gonna do this, and you can fix later, of course. I think that's good enough. And we're gonna make the profile for the center. One click, because I want to make a little comfort fit here. And for this top, I wanna slightly toned, very subtle toned. I think that's gonna be enough. I don't want too round. I think it's looking good. Let's get out of here. We're gonna get the curve, come over here to sweep wizard, create one single surface, click on second tab. Our section is the one that we just made. And let me just make sure, yes, it's correct, the position. So over here, I want to make, and check ratio, I want to make 2 millimeters to the top and 1.2 millimeters for the bottom. I'm sorry, 2 millimeters width, 1.2 millimeters thickness. And we're going to mirror on vertical, so you see we have another profile there. And we're gonna add one more profile because I want the bottom of the shank being a little thicker than the top, because the top is heavy. So we're going to make a little wider here to make the ring fit better on the finger and doesn't turn, because if you make a very thin band with a big head, the ring is going to be turning on the finger. It's very annoying, uncomfortable. So we're going to make this a 3 millimeters and 1.5 millimeters thickness. I think it's good enough. We have a plane over there, symmetrical. Let's run and see what it is. Very good, almost there. So now we don't want this. We need to go all the way up. So let's go back here, bring this up, and run again and see. Almost there. I don't want this going in. I want to be, let's freeze this. I want to be just close to the belt. Run again. No, a little bit in. Run again. Yes, I like that. I like that. Okay, we get out of here. Let me bring this back. Now, we have to make the shank from the inside. Come over here and sweep wizard. And we're gonna get the same profile. And for this, since the height of our base here 1 millimeter, so our height is gonna be 1 millimeter, and I want this shank to be tucking in to the other shank. So I'm gonna make this, we did 2, let's make this 1.8 and see how it looks. Did I do 2? Nope. 2 millimeters. Let's try again. Yes. No, it's 1.8 millimeters. Third time is the charm. So very good. Now we get this and come back here and you're gonna cut because now it's all the way. So you're gonna cut this with this tool here. Gonna bring this all the way here. I think it's good. Click on it, okay? Now our shank is already highlighted. Control down, click the curve, and come over here on crop and punch. Click on it, and let's crop and see. There. Very nice, clean. Let's hide this and hide this. You don't need that anymore. Now we can clean up the shank also. Come over here to cut and delete. We're gonna do the cutting along Z, and you're gonna come over here and we're gonna do about here, and you're gonna keep the other side because you're gonna delete the bottom. Very nice. So yeah, we're almost done here. So one thing that I like, I think, even though it's not too tall, but I think I'm gonna bring this a little lower, this belt a little lower, because I want to bring those stones a little lower also. And I want the belts being touching. So let's bring this a little lower, up here, there. Now we're going to do the same for those belts. Let me hide this for now. Let's do the same for those belts. Well, actually, I'm not going to move the belt here. I'm going to move the stone, and it's going to recompute the belt for us. Let's see here. Yes, I like better this way. And now let's get this belt and bring a little bit up. And recompute. Much better. That's what I said. You know, after you lay down everything, you lay down all the design, everything, and you notice that something is not looking that great. So you come over there and clean up. Now we're going to clean up here. The shank is also too tall. And that's perfect. Bring that and get out. Yes, I'm much happier this way. See, it's a simple ring, few clicks, and you have a nice, beautiful ring. And also, guys, of course, as you notice here, if you wanna, you can stop here, but you're gonna add some diamonds on the side. And let's say you're making a band, you can make 3 stones the same size, bring all the way down and move this shape here, and you have a 3 stones band instead of ring. So the idea is the same. You're going to use the same tools. The only thing that you're going to change is shape of the shank, the height of the prongs, you know, but the idea is the same. So with this, you can do so many different rings with that style and also bends. Okay, so now we're going to do the pavé on the side. I want symmetry in both planes. and we're gonna start setting the stones. We did a 2 millimeters there, so let's start with 1.6 and see how it looks. Yeah, I like that. Let's do another 1.6. Still good. Now let's do 1.7 because our shank is going thicker. 1.7, it's looking good. Let's do 1.8. 1.9. Yeah, I'm gonna go, let's leave that 1.9 and do this 2 millimeters, the last one. It's looking good. I like it. We click OK. We're gonna bring one stone. Just for that, we're gonna do 1.7 millimeters. Oh, I forgot to raise up. We're gonna raise up 0.15 millimeters. Very good. We get the pavé, jeweling. We're going to duplicate the stone. There. So now let's do the prongs. Gonna go pavé again. We're gonna get symmetry in both planes. This one and this one. And you're gonna do 0.7 because the stones are not that big. Come over here and let's add stones. I'm gonna bring this a little down. And also this one. The top is good. Here. For those bigger stones, I'm gonna do 0.75. 0.75 millimeters. Oops. 0.75, not 175, 0.75. There we go. And over here, and over here. Very nice. We'll click OK. Now we're going to make the prongs. We click prong. We're going to do round, 1.2 millimeters, and 0.7 centered, minus 0.4, and click OK. We're going to click the prong, jeweling. We're going to duplicate the prong that we just made, and boom. Beautiful. So in this case, guys, you can leave, even though it seems to be too tall, as I always tell you, because if you are learning how to design, you have to always consider what is your model going to look like or be like after casting and polishing. And you notice that I tell you this all the time, because it does not matter if you know how to design a beautiful piece, if that piece is not gonna work after casting, after polishing. So you always have to have in mind how my model is gonna look like or be like after they cast, if there's a shrinkage, after they polish, if they polish too much and I leave just a little tiny prong, this prong is gonna be too low and it's gonna be hard to set. So, you know, always have this consideration in your mind since you are learning. Always think what's going to be my piece in the future. That's all. That's why I emphasize over and over about the setting, about the casting, about shrinkage, because this is very important. Some people design beautiful things, but they are not practical. The prongs are short, the piece is too heavy, the prongs are too long or too low. You know, you have to consider everything. If you come about to have a beautiful piece with everything proportional and reasonable in weight and look, prong height, stone height, everything proportional to shank, you know, and then you're gonna have a nice piece that can be reproduced with no problems. Okay, that's why I tell you all the time, watch the prongs. Let's leave more metal for the setter, because we must take everything in consideration. So guys, this is all for us. Let me just put the cutters and we're done. Let's click OK. And we're going to Boolean and take away. Got the little holes there. We didn't get the holes on this one because this shape is over there. But as you see, right? So if leave like this, we might have problem with casting. So let's do this. And that's what I'm gonna show you this. It's not because it's irrelevant, okay? Remember I told you, you have to consider the holes of the drill for casting, right? If I leave this like that, what's gonna happen? Here, you have the hole here, but you don't see the hole here. The setter is gonna have a problem because there's no center point for the drill to come straight. So this is going to be a hassle for the setter and also for the caster, because this is going to be this hole, it's too close over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this shank. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to create a twin copy of my cutters. Okay. Now I want cut over here up to here, those two, but I don't want to cut over here. So what I'm going to do, click on the cutters, you come over here in filter, okay? You're going to filter those cutters that we don't want. Filter there. If you are doing something that you need to keep those shapes, you click over here, create another subgroup. So you're going to have another subgroup with those stones. But in our case, I want to eliminate them. So I'm not going to click here. I'll click OK and they disappear. So now we're going to get the shank, the cutters, and you're going to do Boolean. And guys, that's great. That didn't work because not always it's going to work for you. And it's when it's working great, you're doing a great job. The problem is how you're going to fix when it doesn't work. And that happens a lot. So in this case, why it's not working here, you're going to see here probably because this is close to some face. So let's see if we can move few things around and see how you can make this work, if you can. Maybe you bring this a little down. No, it's not it. So let's undo this. Let's undo this. And I'm going to double click on my filter and I'm going to filter those two just in case. Actually, I'm going to filter because we're having problem with this one, right? So I'm going to filter all of them and leave only those two and see how it works for us. Click the shank, Okay, it worked. So what I'm gonna do is click here. You're gonna come over here to extract elements. Click on it. And now you see that when you click on it, you see those little brackets, right? So it means that's ungrouped. Those two shapes are ungrouped. You can come over here, click on it, and on filter, you're gonna filter this one that we don't want. And you're gonna get this one that's good and mirror to the other side. Done. You have both with the drills. Let's bring this back. And now we won't have problem with casting. And now the holes are there for the setter. Hide the planes and enjoy our beautiful work. So yes, guys, that's all for me today. Look, beautiful ring, not too heavy, with everything that we need to start production. Guys, if you were here with me till the end, thank you very much for being here. And if you like tutorials like this, as I told you, this is a request from one of my subscribers. And if you have any request, if you want me designing something that you are having trouble in designing, please comment and I'll try my best to design something for you. That's all for me today. Thank you very much for being with me and keep designing. Bye, guys.